So one thing I want to mention before I review this episode is the fact that throughout this whole um, episode, and I think last episode too, I didn't notice, but what I really like is that we see Aqua's his eye thingy, his his left eye, the one with the star. Instead of the star being white, it's just dark. And I don't know, I just like that little small detail because it shows you know what Aqua's kind of feeling, that he's down, so it's dark. So I'm guessing, when he's excited, happy, and doing what he loves, having fun, I guess. Then we'll see the star light up. But I don't know, I just really enjoyed that little detail in the show. But onto the episode. So what this episode did for me was it mainly introduced kind of the first hurdle to ultimately Aqua finding whoever behind the murder of I, that being maybe his father or something. But anyways, so Aqua in this episode, he gets introduced, introduced to this job opening. And before he heard about the job, he was like, "Oh, I'm done with acting. I'm not really into acting anymore, more of a behind the scenes." But somehow kinda didn't convince him, but mentioned that this specific person is the director for this play, I guess. And Aqua accepts and the reason he does that is because he wants a chance to get close to the producer, because a couple years ago, right after I died, I guess, his mom, he hacked into her phone and then found a bunch of phone calls and emails, and one of the names that he saw on her phone was him. So Aqua just, I guess he suspects, he's the real person, he's the person behind why I's dead. But yeah, that's kind of the whole plot of this episode. And then for that reason, he ultimately, joins, even though he doesn't like acting anymore. He joins to get close to the producer. And then, and then the rest of the episode is just him, showing up to the set, I guess, to be in his TV drama or something. But one little detail or a scene that I really enjoyed was towards the end. So the actors and everyone on set, they're taking a break, and Aqua's, he's just, I guess, he's in some abandoned factory or something, and he can overhear what the director saying. He's talking to, I guess, an assistant. He's saying how Kana is, so easy because she could just play any random role he assigns to her. And before, what had happened before was that Kana was praising herself, or about the job, was like, "Oh, I'm very, pretty much I worked hard to get here, and I'm glad that my acting skills are getting is getting recognition, but ended up being, it's because she can play whatever role. And usually when the MC hears this special about a girl, they typically just go and tell the girl. But I like the twist that the author added at the end. So instead of doing something typical, he opted for something very realistic, like something an IRL person would do, like me, I would do. Was he heard it and he just said, he was talking to himself and he said, kinda, this is how the world works, and, very realistic. He just stayed out of their business, or he didn't, immediately go tell whoever. He just stayed in silence and probably isn't gonna, tell Kana. And then ultimately he finished the episode with collecting, the cigarettes from the director to confirm his DNA. And him saying, since my job here is done, might as well, go out with bang. But yeah, that was the whole episode. Overall, I think it was a pretty solid episode. Like I said, there was a lot of things in this. Well, not a lot, but in this episode, we did get introduced to, I guess, the main hurdle. We'll see Aqua face. Since I guess his mom died or something. But yeah, overall, pretty solid episode we have here, and certainly gets me excited for next episode. But I think I'm just gonna end it there. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.